All right, Shalom. We'll start by saying, Kahalo, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakadash. Double honor to the Apostles of Israel, aka the Apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, something I came across from a brother. It says, this is from, one of these is from Business Insider. Well, the link I have is from Business Insider, but it's due to, as you can see, military recruitment shortages. But from Business Insider, and I think it's the same article I used for the thumbnail, it says, Uncle Sam wants migrants facing shortages, military recruiters trade citizenship for service. What does that mean? That's a sign of desperation. That's also a sign that the Lord is breaking down Esau's rule. Because what is the main strength of a kingdom? Is their military. All right, and they're basically saying that the military is having recruitment shortages. Now, Esau, what Esau do, he had them recruiting officers and all that, but I know they said due to COVID that went low because the schools were closed, and they said they went more so to the streets. But I guess my thing is this: you have oh shit, you have recruitment, or you have recruiters, right? Because this is America, right? So America, what you think of, what so-called white people, right? Why are they not joining? Why are they not joining their military to fight for their country? Their country's in danger. Their country is like in danger. You know? They're going as far to offer migrants, because it's legal immigrants facing shortages. But the illegal immigrants, they're like offering citizenship they're saying they get their citizenship quicker and they don't have to go through all of like the BS. So I'm gonna read this article from Business Insider as the thumbnail is. It says, and I'm go Lord Willis be edifying, got some scriptures too. It says, we're gonna go over this. Okay, so going to the fourth paragraph, and this is Business Insider. All you gotta do is type in recruit shortages and it'll pop up. It says, struggling to overcome recruiting shortfalls. The Army and the Air Force have bolstered their marketing to entice legal residents to enlist, putting out pamphlets, working social media, and broadening their outreach, particularly in inner cities. One key element is the use of recruiters with similar backgrounds to those potential recruits. It says, it is one thing to hear about the military from locals here, but it is something else when it's from your fellow brother from the country you're from, said Badari, who was contacted by Army Staff Sergeant Kaldin Lama, the Dallas recruiter, on a Facebook group that helps Nepalese people in America connect with one another. That brother was in a group and he was recruiting, and he told me about the military. So, Facebook group? Really? And it says both the Army, and that's a social media age one, I guess. It says both the Army and Air Force say they would not meet their recruiting goals this year. And the Navy also expects to fall short. Pulling more from the legal immigration population may not provide large numbers, but any small boost will help. The Marine Corps is the only service on pace to meet its goal. The Marines, those are the ones that's rough, they're going first, rough and tumble motherfuckers. But what about the other services? You still have the Navy, you still have the Army, you still have the Air Force, you have all National Guard, you have all these services. It's not just the Marines. See, the Marines is just ones they're going to fight. But you got to remember, this is going to be a nuclear war. They can get slaughtered quickly. And it says, reading on, it says the shortfalls have led to a wide range of new recruiting programs, ASH campaigns, and other incentives to help the services compete with often higher paying, less risky jobs in the private sector. Because you remember back in the day, they offered to pay for school, things of that nature. But I guess that incentive is not that big anymore, because you know why? Nobody wants to go to the war. So my thing is this: why are you trying to recruit immigrants to offer citizenship? Why aren't you recruiting your white citizens, them young white males? Why are they? Because like you say niggas not good for nothing. You say the immigrants, you don't want them here. So why is not your regular Edomite so-called white citizens joining the military? But continuing on, says defense leaders say young people are less familiar with the military, are drawn more to corporate jobs that provide similar education and other benefits, and want to avoid the risk of injury and death that service and defense of the United States could bring. But United States needs a defense. So who are they talking about that don't want to join? Who are the young people that talk about they want to join? Young white people. They don't want to join like that. What's the word? Injuries? That service. Okay. In addition, they say that little more than 20% meet the physical, mental, and character requirements to join anyway. So that means they're not even fit to join anyway. But so they're gonna get Jake. They're gonna get these illegal immigrants. They're gonna get all these people that's not from America to fight for America. That goes to show how Esau is being brought low. Because your military, remember, your military is your strong suit. That's what keeps you strong. So if your military is having shortages, that means that the people that's in the military either older, about to be done their term, or, you know what I mean, whatever. Because World War III is on the brink. So like now you're saying America is at a military shortage. So what does that mean for the defense of America? This is a serious thing. It says we have large populations of legal U.S. residents who are exceptionally patriotic. They're exceptionally grateful for the opportunity that this country has provided, says Air Force Major General Ed Thomas, head of the Service Recruiting Command. The biggest challenges have been identifying geographic pockets of immigrant populations, finding ways to reach them, and helping any of those interested navigate the complex military recruiting application and procedures. What? So you said there's many patriotic ones, but there's not enough to meet your goals. So that means there's not enough. That means there are not a lot of patriotic Americans. Where are these young people that want to join the military? It's not like it was before. Because why? They see actual war happening. They see the actual threat. Because, you know, the whole thing with joining the military was to get all the benefits and not go to war. When there was no war, it was cool. But now that they see that it's a threat of war and that war is on the brinks, nobody want to join. It says that last October, the Army reestablished a program for legal permanent residents to apply for accelerated naturalization once they got basic training. Recruiters began to reach out on social media using short videos in various languages to target the top 10 countries that recruits and had come from during the previous year. So from people from other countries to join. What are we talking about here? This is America. This is the American military shortage. This is not a business. This is not a business as far as like, you know, trying to, you know, sell something. This is to defend the nation known as America. It says the Air Force effort began this year, and the first group of 14 graduated from basic training and were sworn in as new citizens in April. They included recruits from Cameroon, Jamaica, Kenya, the Philippines, Russia, and South Africa. That's weird. 2 BRICS nations? Russia and South Africa. 2 BRICS nations. That don't sound right. And it says, as of mid-May, there were about 100 in basic training who had begun the citizenship process and about 40 who completed it. So that means that all those people, almost half, didn't complete it. What's going on? Are they going to enlist the draft soon? It says, Thomas said the program required changes to Air Force policy, coordination with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, and a careful screening process to ensure there are no security risks. Because, what, 2 BRICS nations? But anyway, that's about it, man. That's only going to go, let's just talk about, you know, basically what are some of the procedures and some of the people that are from other countries trying to join. But now we're going to get into the scriptures. Because first we're going to go into the, let's go into the book of Obadiah real quick. This is like only a couple verses. Okay. Now we're going to go to the book of Obadiah, and I'm going to start at verse 4. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 3. It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Now, if you read the first verse, it's addressed to Edom. It says, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Well, it looks like Russia could bring you down to the ground. Looks like the BRICS is bringing you down to the ground. And most importantly, how about Shem Yahushua is bringing you down to the ground? It says, verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So what's a major way that Esau, with the America has gone up, was through their military. How are they going to be brought down? Also through their military, and among other things. Verse 7 says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall not, verse 8, shall I not in that day, save the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? So that's their intelligence. You know, the wisdom, like the wisdom, the wise is Daniel. And nah, that's it on that, because that's talking. Let's talk about the actual them being brought down. But now we're gonna go into the book of because you know the Lord is systematically breaking America down, and people see it. This lady that was in Texas, she said that they were bringing a lot of migrants to this place, to like this area, and they said a lot of them was Venezuelan. So like just what's going on, and these all things, and this is what the media is not telling you. This is the media don't tell you these things, and especially in detail. But we're gonna go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 49. We're gonna go to around. We're gonna start at verse 7, and it reads, "Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts: Is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished?" And you skip down to verse 10, it says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." Verse 12, and you jump down to verse 12, it says, For thus saith the Lord, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it, which is the nation of Israel, us. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. What's the way to get broken down? Your military. That's how we got broken down. What do we mean? We say that your mighty men shall cry bitterly. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that people don't think. Like, these are things that's happening right under our noses, and they're making it seem like it's no problem. But the people that's in the military, the people that's up in the know, they know this is a problem, because if they don't have no recruits, that means they have nobody to fight for them, and that means if they don't have nobody to fight for them, that means more like they're going to start enlisting actual drafts. But who are they going to draft? You know what I'm saying? You going to draft Jake? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I mean, you could, but like at the end of the day, you're still at your downfall. It says verse 14 is verse 13, excuse me, it says, "For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes." And that's going on. You see that going on right now. Perpetual waste. All these buildings for sale, all these buildings for lease, all these businesses closing down, retail apocalypse. This is what made America. This is America's bread and butter. What? Commerce. Buying and selling. But these businesses are closing. Verse 14 says, "I heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle." And what now? Esau's not really fit for America as a whole is not really fit for the battle. And it says, verse 15 says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. I will make thee small among the heathen." Now, ultimately, this is talk about the whole thing of Esau, but let's talk about America, because America is Esau's cash cow. If the military is having a shortage, that's the way that the Lord is carrying this out, making you small among the heathen. Because right now, America is a joke to the world. America is looked at as being weak. Look at what's going on. The economy, the civil unrest, the loss of jobs. The pressure. All of America is low right now, man. And only select few are still flourishing here. But for the most part, as a whole, people are not. This is not a flourishing land like it used to be. This is not the America it used to be. Why do you think Trump said, "Make America great again"? Verse 6, it says, "Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord." So this is what the Lord is doing, bringing Esau down. He's bringing him down. And what's the major way to bring a nation down is their military. That's their strong force. That's their forces, man. And just like that, and this has been going on I've been seeing this for the last few years, but think about how worse it's going to get as time goes on as we get closer to the third wall. Because we right there. It's there. And then you still got the MOTB. You have all these things happening to the decline of this country, and nobody's batting an eye. But the hopeful elect see it. I hope to be part of the elect. I see it. You don't think these other patriotic Americans don't see it? They see what's going down, and they don't like it, and they're not supposed to like it. But that's why the Lord says He's bringing them down. What's the way you was brought up? What? Do your military, do your strong arm, your mighty arm, your military, man. But now you have a shortage in recruits. That means that the military people you have already been there. And the thing about the next war to come is going to be it's going to be a nuclear war. So now the Lord is just fattening you up for the kill. Hey, man, that's it. That's it. Hey, man, the Lord has brought you down, man. And you're only going to get down more and more until you're no more. Okay? So, with that, hopefully this is edifying. We'll give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honor to the positive Israel, aka the positive great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Love, stay strong. We almost out of here. Keep watch, keep prayer. Hey, Shalom, we out.